Zuri always thought love was simple. But here, in Esanga, tradition comes before everything, even love. Tonight, she'll have to choose between her heart and her family's honor. Can one woman's courage change the fate of an entire village? Stay with us as Zuri's journey unfolds, a tale of love, honor, and rebellion.
In the heart of a small village called Esanga, traditions were sacred and deeply rooted in every aspect of life. These customs were designed to preserve family honor, but they often placed the burden of shame squarely on the shoulders of women. This story centers around two sisters, Nia and Awa, and how one moment of forbidden desire would unravel not only their bond, but also the fabric of the village itself. Nia was a beautiful and kind young woman, cherished by her family and loved by the villagers. She was engaged to Kele, a respected and handsome man who had grown up alongside her. The village was eagerly anticipating their wedding, as their love was seen as pure and true. But beneath the surface, not everything was as perfect as it seemed. Nia's older sister, Awa, harbored secret feelings for Kele. Though she had never expressed them openly, Awa had admired Kele from afar for years. She envied the love and attention Nia received from him and the village. Awa's jealousy grew silently, like a shadow that loomed larger with each passing day. Then one night, everything changed. It was a warm evening, and the village was asleep under the blanket of a starry sky. Nia had gone to visit her friend in a neighboring village, leaving Awa alone in their family home. Seizing the opportunity, Kele stopped by unexpectedly to ask about wedding plans. But as they spoke, the conversation took a different turn. In the stillness of the night, Awa's jealousy flared, and Kele's curiosity got the better of him. In a moment of weakness, they shared a forbidden kiss, one that quickly escalated into a secret night of passion. It was a mistake, and they both knew it. When the sun rose the next morning, guilt and regret filled the air. Awa tried to convince herself that it was just a fleeting moment, and Kele swore never to let it happen again. But secrets like these have a way of surfacing, no matter how well they are hidden. A few weeks later, a young boy from the village saw Kele sneaking away from Awa's house in the early morning light. He didn't understand the full context, but the sight was strange enough to spark rumors. "Kele and Awa, did you see that?" he whispered to his friends. The whispers grew louder as more villagers noticed the tension between the sisters and Kele's odd behavior around Awa. Nia was the last to hear the rumors, but when she did, her world came crashing down. At first, she refused to believe them. "My sister would never do that," she thought. But as the evidence mounted and the villagers continued to gossip, Nia's trust began to waver. Awa's nervous demeanor and Kele's evasive answers only fueled her suspicions. The village elders soon got wind of the scandal, and they knew it couldn't be ignored. In Esanga, honor was everything, and such an incident could not be swept under the rug. They decided to call for a meeting to address the situation. The entire village gathered in the square, their eyes filled with curiosity and judgment. "Nia," an elder said gravely, "the rumors about Awa and Kele have reached us all. Do you have anything to say about it?" Nia's heart pounded in her chest, and with a trembling voice she denied any knowledge of the affair. But Awa, unable to bear the weight of the lie, stepped forward. "Yes," Awa confessed, her voice breaking. "Kele and I, it happened, but only once. I am ashamed of what I did." The crowd gasped, and Nia's face went pale. She felt a mix of anger, betrayal, and deep sadness. This wasn't just a scandal. It was a public disgrace that would haunt her family's name for years to come. Kele tried to take responsibility for his actions, but the village elders were unyielding. "You have brought shame upon this village, they declared. "You will face consequences." Kele's family, however, had other plans. They advised him to deny everything to protect the family's honor and his engagement to Nia. Awa was left to face the villagers' wrath alone. She was ostracized, and people avoided her as if she carried a contagious disease. Even her own parents, despite the pain, distanced themselves from her. "We cannot support what you did, Awa," her mother said coldly, tears in her eyes. Nia, torn between love and loyalty, found herself in an impossible position. She still loved Kele, but the betrayal was too deep. Awa's remorse was real, but Nia couldn't bring herself to forgive her sister. "Why did you do this to me?" she cried one evening. Confronting Awa, "I was always the one who supported you." Awa's eyes were filled with regret. "I never meant to hurt you, Nia. I was jealous of everything you had, including Kele's love, but I never thought it would lead to this." The situation worsened when Awa discovered she was pregnant. Terrified, she revealed the news to Kele, hoping he would take responsibility. But Kele's fear of scandal and loss of reputation led him to deny any involvement. "I can't help you, Awa," he said coldly. "This is not my problem." The day of Nia and Kele's wedding finally arrived, despite the chaos that had preceded it. But as Nia stood in her bridal gown, ready to take her vows, Awa appeared in the middle of the ceremony. Her face was pale, but her voice was strong. "I can't let this continue," she shouted. "I am pregnant with Kele's child." The crowd erupted into chaos, with angry shouts and stunned gasps filling the air. Nia's heart broke into 1,000 pieces, and she collapsed into tears. Kele's face turned ashen, realizing that the entire village now knew his secret. Nia called off the wedding, unable to marry a man who had betrayed her in the worst possible way. Awa, carrying Kele's child, was left to face the village alone. But something unexpected happened. Other women, who had also suffered under similar circumstances, came forward to support Awa. "We know what it's like to be shamed for a man's actions," they said. In the following months, Nia and Awa slowly began to rebuild their relationship. The road to forgiveness was long, but Nia saw Awa's genuine remorse. "I wish I could undo what happened," Awa said tearfully. "I want to be a better sister." Nia's heart softened. "We cannot change the past, but we can learn from it," she replied. The village too began to reconsider its harsh judgments. The scandal had forced the elders to reevaluate the traditions that punished women while allowing men to walk free. "Perhaps it's time for a change," one elder admitted reluctantly. And so, the sisters found a way forward, one that was not defined by shame, but by resilience and the courage to start anew. Thank you for joining Jum's journey and experiencing the power of acceptance and resilience with us. If you found her story inspiring, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay tuned for more captivating tales ahead. Until next time, farewell.